EDM means electronic dance music. It's kind of come to mean a very specific kind of electronic music, particularly what you hear at festivals like Ultra Music Festival and Electric Daisy Carnival.
EDM, in some respects, is a bit of immediate creation, but it's really shorthand that we've used in publishing for a while.
I think maybe EDM was invented by record labels to kind of box a certain genre into an area so they could get their heads around it.
We used to call it dance music.
I think the evolution of dance music in the live experience follows, I think, the evolution of most musics that become pop, which is that they start out in small underground communities and then it starts to get more popular and it starts to become an industry. The shows get bigger, the venues get more expensive.
Today's dance music festivals are modern, legal versions of old school raves.
It's not necessarily an underground phenomenon anymore. The underground still exists, and thank God for that, but this music is big. I mean, you're talking about major productions as opposed to black box underground clubs and raves that were really done on the cheap. Now the productions are as large as rock bands.
DJs had always been traditionally more curators, and now today's superstars mostly play their own productions, and making your own music has become a part of what being a superstar DJ means.
Zed got big really fast, and part of that is because he's a remarkably talented guy. He is a classically trained musician who came around to dance music.
Zed has a pop ear to him that a lot of dance producers don't have.
Nervo are sisters from Australia who are very photogenic. They're models, but they also have songwriting chops. They co-wrote one of David Guetta's biggest hits, and when they play out, they have a real appeal to the audience.
Who are part of the first wave of electronic artists today who grew up on electronic music. They were originally fans of the Chemical Brothers, of Prodigy. They're also hit songwriters. They wrote David Guetta's breakthrough hit here, When Love Takes Over, which was massive and probably catapulted EDM into the stratosphere as it is now. Empire of the Sun has a theatrical quality to their work that makes them fit so well at events like an Electric Daisy Carnival.
Empire of the Sun, they're a band that uses electronic elements. They have like genuine songwriting craft.
I think people that are musically minded and they actually have a physical relationship with an instrument, it very much changes their outlook and the choices you make. If you're someone who plays, you have a more musical understanding of things.
I think it helped me a lot because nowadays you don't need much to be able to produce electronic music. You literally need a computer, and most computers come with software that allows you to make beats and electronic music. So by being able to play an instrument, you can really separate yourself from the rest. If you played in a band like Skrillex and myself and a lot of others, you have another way of viewing music and writing music, and you base your work on riffs and motives and build a song the way you learn to do that in a band.
It depends on the DJ as to what he's doing when he's performing. Some DJs do just push buttons that trigger a light show and a video show that's queued up with the music that they're playing, and it's all preordained because it has to be in order to have the spectacle that they have. But others take DJ, disc jockey, more seriously and play music in a different order every night, responding to the crowd that's in front of them and what they're reacting to, which is kind of the old school way of DJing.
We're beat matching, you're picking your playlist, you're reading the crowd, and you're beat matching.
The one thing I do not do is play keyboards live because I don't think it makes any sense. For me, the most important thing is for the people out there to have the best time, and therefore they need the best sound. The best sound comes out of the box, straight up. If you play something live, it's already one step lower. It's not going to be perfect.
No one plays live. In the EDM world, you can't really do it justice by playing it live. I don't think the kids care. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about the overwhelming experience and the sound. They want perfection as much as the DJ wants to give it to them.
I do not spend weeks in the studio mixing a song to play it live and make it sound worse.
You don't have to watch if the DJ's doing it. You can just enjoy yourself.
Does the audience care? Do the pundits care? Do the DJs themselves care? The Twitterverse has been going off about that for a long time. If you're over 30, it matters because you remember the way it used to be, and you were probably converted on a dance floor where there was a DJ taking you on an emotional journey through selecting tracks in some order that painted a picture or made a narrative. So I think the older you are, the more you cling to that, but the younger you are, the less you care, because I think younger fans are in it more for the spectacle, and they don't really care on what goes into making that.
Each to their own. I think there are some DJs that are less technical. We felt like it was important for us to learn how to beat match and mix.
I think as long as people are having fun, if you're bringing the energy, bringing the vibe, then you're doing the right thing. Being able to pick records at the right time is a talent as well.
It's a balance.
If they're doing a great job at getting the crowd moving, that's
Job well done.
exactly.
One very big part of my show is the lighting and the visuals. Hours before every show, we go through every song, we pick colors. We look at the venue, what options do we have? Do we have like a curtain we can use? Which lights do we have? And then we plan basically the whole thing. When we bring production like lasers or CO2, we plan out every single thing. So it looks like a pre-programmed thing, but it's all live. It's just a lot of exercise, a lot of communication.
Visuals at the shows, I think if you're playing a big festival or an arena event, they're important in the sense that you give somebody something else to watch. People want more than just a guy up there spinning records. There's been some incredible visuals that have come out recently, like if you've seen Skrillex or Excision or any of these other acts, there's an amazing mind-bending visual show that they put on as well.
The future of live EDM is terrifyingly limitless. I don't think we've seen the limit. I don't think we have a large enough platform to determine the size or the scope. It's just going to keep going. I think you're also getting 14 and 15-year-olds who are growing up with this music as part of their iPod. It's not some weird thing they have to go seek out anymore. It's right there. And that's going to change the future of pop music.